right, welcome back. It is Travel Tuesday today. Boy, you talk about a great destination. We're going to the Caribbean.
Yes, travel experts Justin Walter and Kinga Philipps joining us from Saba. First off, where is Saba? I mean, looking behind you, it's just stunning.
Well, you guys, right now we're in Sint Maarten, but we just got in from Saba. And first of all, let me tell you, if you're going to Saba, you're already winning because you get to say Saba.
Saba.
Which just sounds so exotic. And now
fake,
Saba
it's
is
so
in
nice.
the Dutch Caribbean. It's about, isn't that beautiful? And it's really unheard of, but really close. So if you're in Sint Maarten, you can fly over. It's about 12 minutes. And part of the fun of getting there, you guys, is this white knuckle landing, which we're going to tell you all about. But first, let me just describe Saba to you. It has major Swiss Family Robinson meets Sound of Music vibes. It is this beautiful green volcanic island that juts out of the ocean that kind of nobody knows about. So make sure you don't tell anyone about it, okay? It's a total secret, total secret. But it is absolutely stunning. So the way to get there is you come from Sint Maarten and you can either take the ferry, which is about 90 minutes, beautiful crossing, or you can fly in to the shortest commercial runway in the world. So aviation enthusiasts are all about this. Jets cannot land there. You've got these propeller planes, and you are seriously white knuckling it in. Like, you have a cliff on one side, ocean on the other, and then you land. And you can just rub your little hands together and do like a villain laugh, ha ha ha, because if you are a nature lover, you just landed in paradise.
It sounds amazing. So let's just
There
talk
it is,
about
deep landing.
that.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I
landing.
know. This is. I actually want to wait and see the landing before
Right.
we get away from
Look
it.
at this. Look at this, you guys.
It's 1,300 feet. That's the entire length of the runway. And like Kinga said, the smallest commercial runway in the entire world. So it's an adventure just to even get there by plane.
By the way,
so there are aviation enthusiasts that will literally fly in and then leave just so they can land on this and check
I
it
was
off
going to
their
say,
bucket
for
list.
me, this is a big fat no. So people don't have to like be trained or anything to land here.
Sure, they do. The pilots.
Well, I'm saying like, but
Well,
there's sometimes
the
there's some airports where
pilots
people
are
have
very, very
special
good.
training. Okay.
All right. So we
Yes,
we
so
see.
these are
There's
very
your.
good
You're like,
pilots.
this just happened. You're like, yeah, that just happened.
And
All right.
Megan, you can take the ferry. It's a 90-minute ferry from Sint Maarten. So Megan, you could get there that way.
Honestly, when you said that, I was
So
like,
this
okay,
is
I'm
us
in.
arriving in Saba.
I'd rather do the 12-minute
Oh.
white knuckle flight any day.
What
All
could
right.
go wrong,
You
Chris?
would love
Exactly.
it.
What
It's
could go
amazing.
wrong? Tell us about the outdoor activities, though. So you've made the island.
Yeah, so one of the best things to do in Saba, King and I obviously love hiking, and the hiking here is incredible. There are over 20 trails of hiking, and when we did the main hike, which is the Mount Scenery hike, it is a gorgeous hike where it literally feels like a jungle trek expedition, where you're hiking into the jungle through 5 different microclimates, from desert to. And the hike is the Mount Scenery hike, which is one of the best hikes I think now in the world that we've done. And this is actually where they filmed the 1933 movie King Kong. So you're literally hiking up to the top of the mountain where King Kong, the classic movie, filmed. Now, one of the first stops that we recommend going is to Mas Cajones Hill. And if you know Spanish,
You know what that means.
you know what that means. Google it if you don't know Spanish. Mas Cajones Hill. This is Kinga walking to the viewpoint that overlooks the town we stayed in called Windward. It is stunning, the view. You have the cliffs, the mountain, the town, the red rooftop buildings with the white painted walls. This viewpoint was so beautiful. We enjoyed it so much. There was a lot of wind. It was good vibes, good energy. So then from that viewpoint, you then keep hiking up and up and up into the jungle. There's a certain point where you get into the clouds because you are going into a cloud rainforest. Here's that example. We're getting to the top of the mountain, which when you get to the top, there's a plaque. It's actually the tallest point in the Dutch Netherlands kingdom. It's 2,877 feet high. That's the plaque where the point is. So you can get to the top. And what I did is I beat my chest like King Kong because it was such a fun hike, a great accomplishment to get to the top. And we truly, truly love this hike. The hiking in Saba is beautiful. Over 20 trails. There's Kinga walking back down on this wooden staircase. It's somewhat, I haven't been to Hawaii yet, but it kind of reminds me of what those Hawaiian hikes look like on the Nepali coast. But again, Saba hiking, first class hiking.
And there's hiking for every level. You do not have to climb this mountain, which is about 6 miles round trip and takes you about 3 hours. There are hikes for those who do not want to climb to the top of the mountain as well, also with sweeping views.
Absolutely amazing, and you can see actually how quick the climate changes too, so you have to be ready for that. Let's talk about scuba diving. I know there's a lot of things to do under the water as well, so I'm excited about that.
Yes, there are, and you know I love that. Justin loves it too. So divers are probably the people who know about Saba. Now, Saba gets about 8,000 to 10,000 visitors a year. So imagine how pristine the ecosystem there is, above water, underwater. And the entire island, 5 miles by 5 miles, is a protected marine park. And then the Saba Bank is also a hope spot. So it is spectacular diving. You can see how clear the water is there. I was actually checking my GoPro. I'm like, is it actually really this clear? Stunning, stunning biomass there. You see all the fish. There were turtles everywhere. We went to a spot, you guys, where turtles were grazing like cows. Here's Justin behind a turtle. I'm just laying in the seagrass, watching this turtle. And if I panned around, there are probably 10 others just grazing around us. They don't care that you're there. They're just having the time of their lives. They're like fat, happy cattle, free range, just chomping on some grass there. And then we also have this amazing experience. You guys know I love sharks. Justin loves sharks. We work with Shark Week. But it is so rare to capture something called a predation on camera. And that is a gray reef shark that took a yellowtail on camera. Now, I know this isn't crazy exciting for everyone out there, but for all of us, we're like, oh my gosh. Even the dive shop people were like, we've never seen that.
Wow.
And there were gray reef sharks everywhere. So the diving is pristine. There are 30 plus dive spots, lots of great snorkeling. There are no beaches on Saba. It is not a traditional Caribbean island that you imagine low-lying with like white sand beaches. The only beach there is a beach called Wells Beach, and it only appears during the summer.
Oh,
and that's
wow.
it.
That's
Most
amazing.
of it is just rugged. Yeah. How cool is that, you guys?
And just
So
to note,
cool.
the sharks are attacking fish, not humans.
Yeah.
It just goes to show we are not on the menu. They want that yellowtail over Kinga or
Who
Justin.
doesn't?
Exactly. All right, so what are some of the other reasons people may want to visit the island?
Well, Saba has a lot of festivals, and we were so lucky to be here for the first annual Rum and Lobster Festival.
Hey now.
So we were there for.
I'm all the
opening
way
night.
in on that.
Yes, Rum and Lobster, baby. So here's me walking into a street fair for the opening night of the Rum and Lobster Festival. Now, when you talk about traveling like a local, we were in heaven at this festival. We were probably the only two tourists at the festival walking through the streets of this small little town. It's called the Bottoms. And you basically go to different tents where they had meats, they had lobster dishes, they had rum. Rum is huge on Saba. It's the spiced Saba rum, and it is delicious. Here's me looking and testing out some rum. My favorite rum was the one. And then here's the thing, there was delicious barbecue. We were feasting on pork, on ribs, on chicken, and we basically had barbecue sauce all over our face for the entire night because the food was so good. I actually went back for seconds and had such an amazing dinner, one of the best dinners of my life, honestly, during my travels. And there's Kinga trying out some rum. The rum was delicious.
That's actually the lady that makes the rum, and it's called Saba Spiced Rum, and it's delicious. But she also uses all the local ingredients and herbs and spices on the island to make this rum, and people make it in their home.
Wow.
So there's delicious food on Saba, more than just barbecue. There's delicious seafood, all kinds of, obviously lobster, the Lobster Fest. But it's cool because a lot of the restaurants have little gardens, and it's very farm to table. They will just pick ingredients from their gardens and then bring it to you. So everything is fresh and delicious. You will not lose weight coming to Saba unless you keep doing that Mount Scenery hike.
Oh, what
Wow,
a
look at the
great
size of
time.
that
I know,
lobster.
it's huge.
Oh, I would
Yeah, there's
honestly,
the lobster.
I
Huge,
would make the
huge
trip
lobster.
just for this.
I know you would.
I love rum,
Yes.
especially Caribbean
Yes.
rum, and lobster. Say no more.
Yes.
Lobster's huge.
So, okay, so Chris wants to
It
go.
is
Where is
huge,
he?
and
Where
it
is he going to?
melts in your mouth.
Oh, where is
Yeah.
he going to take his wife to stay?
Oh,
Okay, well,
wow.
we got the place for you.
Yeah.
The Cottage Club Hotel. It is on the cliff side of the small town. There's 4 towns in Saba. This is Windward. This is the view from the lobby at the Cottage Club Hotel. It is, well, on the island, there's only actually 124 beds total on the entire island. And these cottages are adorable. Walking through my cottage, opening the door, you have a kitchenette. You have a large area with the bedroom. You then walk to your view, which is a balcony overlooking the water
Oh my.
and Mount Scenery. That's going to be the same mountain that we actually hiked on the footage of the hike earlier. Stunning views, the most adorable cottage, the best staff. They treated us as if we were a family, and we had such an incredible stay here. I would go stay at this cottage hotel every time I go to Saba. It was glorious.
Yes, it is very Megan friendly.
That is funny.
Is it? Yeah, it's Megan friendly. It is absolutely beautiful. It's also, I would say, really affordable. I mean, those cottages that we stayed in are gorgeous, and they're honestly about $200 a night. One thing I noticed, so U.S. currency is a dominant currency on the island, and I love to go to grocery stores because that's really the tell for how expensive an island is, and it was really, really reasonable. So that's another plus in my book for Saba.
Fantastic.
Listen, the view of the lobby. We had breakfast there
gorgeous.
every morning.
We're all sold. We're all going to have a group trip to Saba together.
Believe it. I literally have already texted
Only if you allow us to come with you.
I love it. I love it. You can follow Justin's travels by visiting his website, justinwelter.com, or on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, ATWJustin. And you can follow Kinga by going to her website, kingaphilipps.com. Follow her on social media at Kinga Philipps. You guys are the best. Thank you for taking us.
Another amazing